put this onto Spotlight video, and then we'll be good. One more time, playlist. All right, let's do this. Okay, so start lying down. And have your block, your pillow, your book, whatever you have available nearby. Ooh. So knowing that it is Monday, it is the start of the work week. I want you to take these first few moments just to drop into your body and check in with yourself. How do you feel right now? How does your body feel? Maybe you're a little crispy. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're rejuvenated. Just start to notice what you notice. And wherever you are in space, take a nice big breath in. And exhale out your mouth. Let's do it again. Another big, slow breath in. And out. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a really big stretch. Point your toes. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. You can rock a bit side to side. And bring your feet down on the ground a little bit further than what you usually do for you. You know how your heels are always close in. Bring them a little further apart. Open your arms out wide. Start to push your triceps into the ground. And can you imprint your spine down on your mat? So it's a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone. Just to start to engage through the core muscles. You can play around with rocking your pelvis, so shifting it forward, opening up the space underneath your low back. And then tipping that tailbone up towards the ceiling, imprinting your spine down. So inhale to rock forward, and exhale, rock back. Go for 3, 2, last one, tip it forward, and then back. And then come to a neutral spine. So everybody's spine and pelvis is going to be a little bit different. So notice where you start to get that engagement through the front line of your body. Reset, keep pushing your triceps down into the ground. And then exhale to lift your right leg up to 90 degrees. And then your left leg up to 90 degrees. Again, shoulders down along your back. Inhale, tap your right heel down. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, left heel. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, right. Exhale, up. Inhale, left down. Exhale to bring it back up. Slower you go, the more steady you are, the harder this will become. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, try to soften it a bit. Move with your breath. Inhale, heel comes down. Exhale to bring it back up. Inhale. Exhale. Left one, back up. Let's do 3 more times on each side. 2. Last one. Left. Good, awesome job. Draw those knees in towards your chest, rock a bit side to side. And for my friends who are just joining, let me link the playlist for you. Ding, here you are. You can start maybe on the second song. Okay, so grab a block, pillow, book, whatever you have handy. Come back to lying down on your back, and you're gonna place it so that it's resting on your hands. The pillow's gonna be a little bit harder because it's a little bigger. And think about reaching those arms up and away, and then drawing your shoulder blades back down onto the ground. Now reset that spine again, imprint your low back down into the mat. Exhale, right leg comes back up to 90 degrees. And then the left. Now, so with having this block or whatever you have, your accoutrement in your hands, keep it steady where it is, and then start to draw your your knees to the outside of your elbows. Noticing that core start to engage, bring your heels to touch, and then draw your legs away. Exhale to bring them back in outside of your elbows. Inhale, push them out and away. So finding that length. Your exhale helps you contract your abs, drawing your heels in. Inhale, stretch them out. Exhale, draw them in. Inhale. Exhale. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. You can do it. Last one, make it count, strong and steady. And move whatever you have off to the side. Draw those knees in towards your chest. Excellent work. Hands behind your legs. Start to rock and roll, rolling yourself on up to seated. And then right away, cross your ankles, plant your palms, push back into down dog. Pedal out your heels. Oh yeah. All right, let's get flowing. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, you can start that now. Audible inhales in and out through your nose. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, draw it in towards your chest, plant in between your hands. Pivot your right foot down. Inhale, warrior 2. Stay and sink into it with the exhale. Big breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground, push back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw it in towards your chest, plant it behind your right foot, left foot down. Inhale, warrior 2. Another breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down, push back, chaturanga dandasana, your choice. Push back, down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, draw it in, plant it behind your left hand. Right foot pivots down, rise on up, warrior 1. So squaring your chest off to the front, opening through that right hip flexor. Next, exhale, hands come down, push back, chaturanga dandasana, option to lower to your knees, lowering halfway or all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw it in towards your chest. Plant it behind the right hand, left foot down. Inhale, warrior two. One. One. Exhale, plant your palms, push back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Final one. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. When you're ready, bring yourself on up to tabletop, knees underneath you. 3 cycles of cat-cow. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. Next time that you curl and round, toes tuck, push back, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold top of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch, slight gap of the heels. Forward fold. Push down equally through all parts of your feet, bend deeply into your knees, chair pose. Find that lift through your lower core. Maybe lengthen out that tailbone just a little bit more. Root to rise, stand on up, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sink back, chair pose. Exhale, root to rise, hands back down beside you. Slow and intentional movement. Inhale, chair, shift that bum back, chest stays lifted. Exhale, stand yourself on up, nice and slow. Keep your palms facing forward so you can roll those shoulders back and down. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Final 2, maybe close your eyes. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, bring your palms to touch. Exhale, slowly forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back about 6 to 8 inches. Bring those big toes to touch, heels a little bit further apart, and bend deeply into your knees so you can sink your bum towards your heels. So while you're here, can you play around with engaging through your core? So finding that lifting up action. Might not feel like much is happening here, but you're warming up your abdominal muscles. Oh my gosh. Ugh. So small of a movement, but prepping for crow. So we found that lift, that strength through our legs to help hug our knees in towards our chest when we're lying down our backs. So now let's put it to use. Bring your palms down in front of you. Really push down through all parts of your fingers. Shift your weight forward. Now the trick, keep that gaze looking really forward. So your chin's pushing forward. Up to you, you could bring those knees onto your triceps or slightly out. Look forward and start to lean forward. Maybe play around with lifting one foot then the other. Engage through that core. Breathe. And then bring those feet back down. Nice. I find for me, it's all about the mindset. Whether I'm feeling weak or strong in my body doesn't actually matter. It's what I tell myself right before I go into this pose. Whenever I have a teacher tell me to do crow, my usual reaction is this, because I'm like, no, I don't want to. So notice if that's what's coming up for you right now. We're going to find a little bit of fire. You can do it. Tell yourself you can do it. And let's try it again. Okay, ready? Bring those hands down. You can do this. I know you can. Push down through your fingertips. Look forward. Gaze forward. Knees up high, up towards those armpits. And start to shift your weight forward. Play with one foot, then the other. Put a smile on your face no matter where you are. Woof. When you're ready, bring those feet back down. Plant your palms. Step back into your down dog. Give yourself a pat on the back. Doesn't matter if you made it into the pose or not. It's all about your mindset. Look to the top of your mat. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch, slight gap in the heels. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand on up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, stand. Inhale. Exhale. Going for 3, 2. Last one. Standing on up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shift the weight into that left foot. Step your right foot back down and long. Lower your right knee down. Double up your mat if you need to under that right knee. And then start to walk your hands back towards your right knee. Straightening out your left leg. Toes point up towards your face. You play around with shifting your hips side to side. Maybe you went for a run or bike ride this weekend. Maybe you watched a lot of TV. Either way, chances are your hips need a little bit of love. Now let's turn this into a little bit of an IT stretch on that left side. So walk your hands over towards the outside of that left leg. Keep pulling your left hip back, right hip forward. Oh yeah. If it's available to you, could you practice grabbing the outside of your left foot with your right hand? Find that engagement through your core. This is not like the right shirt to be wearing with this, but when I go here, my belly wants to drop. So think about engaging, lifting through the core. Maybe you can play around with softening and finding that contraction. Release the grip on that front foot. Bend back into your front knee. Plant your palms. Lift your back knee. Push back, down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Nope, JK. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Then exhale, draw it in towards your chest. Plant it behind your right hand. Double up the mat on the left side if you need to, and lower that left knee down. Start to walk your hands back. Straightening out that right leg. If you're shifting your bum really far back, you think about those hips being in line with that left knee. So if you need to, can move that right foot a little more forward. Stay here. It turns into a little bit of an IT stretch. And again, maybe you could practice grabbing that right foot with your left hand. Find that lift through your lower core. Lifting up through the rectum, lifting up through the perineum. Engaging and relaxing your pelvic floor. Releasing that right foot, bending back into your front leg. Plant your palms. Yeah, push back, down dog. Look to the top of your mat. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root down through your feet. Inhale to rise. Sweep those arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring them back down beside you. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Shift the weight into your left foot. And then draw that right knee up at 90 degrees. Left hand goes to the outside of your right knee and start to find a standing twist. Bring your torso back through center. And this is what we were practicing for. Hinge at your hips, bring your torso a little bit closer. Maybe your left hand grabs the outside of that right foot. Then you can start to stand yourself out and maybe straighten out that right leg. Right arm can be reaching back as a counterbalance. Keep flexing that right foot, keep that foot lifted. Square your chest off to the front. Sweep that leg back, come into airplane pose. Reach that right heel back. Hands could come to heart center or reaching up and forward. Lift through the heel, the back line of that right leg. Start to bend into both knees, wrapping that right leg behind the left. Oof. And then bringing maybe your pinkies to touch. Shift your hips back a little bit more. Think about pushing them back. And then standing yourself on up. Shift the weight into the right foot. And then bring that left sole of your foot either onto your right thigh or calf or the ground for tree pose. Draw that left knee in. Bring it up to 90 degrees. Flex your foot. Reset if you need to with that right foot, if you need to square it off so your heels and your middle toe are a little bit more in line. Right hand to the outside of that left leg, finding your twist. Opening your chest over towards the left. Squaring your torso back off to the front. Right hand grabs the outside of that left foot. Lift your torso up a little bit higher and then start to play around with straightening out that left leg. Left arm could be reaching back. Again, find that lift through your core. Release that foot, keep the foot flexed, reaching up, and then tipping, making your way into your variation of airplane pose. Left heel's reaching up towards the ceiling. Bending into both knees, wrapping them as close as you can like you're going towards eagle legs, but then maybe your pinky toes touch. Shift your hips back. Stand yourself on up. Tree pose. Right foot to your inner right thigh, calf, or toes resting on the ground. Draw that right knee back in, lower that right foot down, shake out your legs. Good job. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, high plank. Stay here for 5 slow breaths. Option to lower your knees. Keep reaching your head forward, whichever variation you're in, pushing your heels back. 3 more breaths. Knees come down wide apart, big toes touch. Shift back, child's pose. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Shift your bum over to one side. Make your way down onto your bum. Feet come down a little bit further away. Hands behind your thighs and play around with C-shape curving your spine and then bringing your chest back up. Next time you C-shape, you curve your spine, rocking off your tailbone and more onto your sitting bones. Maybe you play around with bringing one leg up and then the other. Maybe play around with bringing one hand then the other, making your way into boat pose. Again, find that lift through the core. Lower yourself down halfway. Maybe play around with straightening out your legs. Knees can stay bent. Hands can always be grabbing for your thighs. Bring yourself back on up, full boat. Draw your knees in a little bit closer. And then lower yourself down halfway. Back up to full boat. You can do this. Last time, lower yourself halfway down. Bring yourself back on up. Draw your knees in towards your chest, feet back down. Stretch your left leg out, down and long. Right knee stays drawn in. This one you're familiar with because we've already been practicing it. Left hand goes to the outside of your right foot. Right hand down behind you so you can rock back on to those sitting bones. And then play around with straightening out that right leg. Whew. Bend back into your right knee. Both hands grab the sole of your foot, square your chest off to the front, and then maybe you play around with straightening out your right leg. Notice if you're rocking back, bring your chest a little bit more forward. You can really intensify stretch through that right calf and hamstring. Draw that knee back in, extend your right leg down long. Same thing, left side, left foot draws in, right hand to the outside, left hand behind. Playing around with straightening out that right foot, left foot. Goodness gracious. Opening your chest over towards the left, maybe looking over your left shoulder. Squaring your chest off to the front. Draw that knee in so you can grab the sole of your foot, and then stretching that leg up. And this might be it for stretching the leg up. Maybe you go full tilt boogie. Who knows? It's all up to your calf and the hamstring on your leg. Bend back into that knee, release the foot. Stretch both legs out, give them a shake. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Shift your hips a little bit more forward. How are we doing? Yes. Rock that tailbone back. Open your arms out wide like you're hugging an imaginary friend. And then slowly roll off your sit bones, rolling back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your arms out nice and wide, making your way to a diamond shape with your legs. Allowing your hip flexors to soften and relax. Slow and steady breath here. See maybe if you can lengthen your exhale so it is longer than your inhale. Lifting up through the core to draw those knees back together. Plant your feet on the ground. Shift your hips over towards the left. And then knees drop over to the right. So your choice for your twist. You can have them staggered. You can stack your legs. Go ahead, straighten out that top leg. Just want a little bit more of an IT stretch. Oh yeah. Or eagle legs. And at this point in time, you can release that ujjayi breath, returning to whatever feels normal and comfortable for you. Slowly coming back through center, shifting your hips over towards the right, twisting to the left. Your variation. Slowly coming back through center, shift your hips underneath you. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And stretch your legs out long. Cross your left ankle over top of your right. Arms overhead. Right hand grabs your left wrist and then pulls it over towards the right. So making your way into a banana shape. Emphasis trying to be on placing a little more weight or intention into that left hip so you can find an opening through the left side of your body. And if you want to make it a little more intense, you can always shift your hips a little more over to the left. Oh, yeah. And back through center. Same thing, banana asana. Oh, it sounds so American. Banana asana. Crossing right ankle over left. Left hand grabs your right wrist, pulls it over towards the left. Unravel back through center. Shift your hips underneath you one final time. Draw those knees in towards your chest. Give them a squeeze. And then make your way into your final portion of rest. Take a big breath in through your nose. And then exhale out your mouth. 2 more times. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Slowly starting to deepen your breath. You're rolling out your ankles or your wrists. And then roll over onto your right side. Use the strength of your left hand down beside you to help push yourself on up to seated. Make your way into comfortable position. Place both hands on your stomach. And breathe into your palms. Noticing what it feels like to be alive. To be well. And to be here. Bring your hands in any shape that represents any in the practice for you. Closing out our time with 3 collective breaths. So when you're ready, empty your lungs. Slow breath in and out. Breathing in and out. Last one, nice and slow. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a super duper awesome Monday. If you have any questions, let me know. You know me. I'm Ashley. I'm around. And if you would like some more classes, I've started a new class called In My Bed Feels. Our mind body is down, but it's on www.thephilosophy.com, which is yoga in bed every Thursday. And yeah, that's all. I hope you have a really lovely day. If you can, enjoy that last little bit of sunshine. We'll see you soon. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you.